Check one. Check one. Check one. Today is April 8th, 2020. Business Credit Builder Disaster Relief webinar. It looks like my screen is choppy. Let's try to correct that. Stop converting, stop, okay. I got stuff slowing down my computer. Let's get that out. Okay. Let's see if that helps out. Looks like I got a chat over here. We hear you and we see you. Thank you, Miss Hayes. Yes, ma'am. Cool beans. We're gonna wait just a couple moments, get some more people up in here. And we're gonna start with the Willie Bing, with the Willie Bang Bang. All right. Thank everybody for coming. I'm glad y'all could get in here. Yes, 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 indeed. Yeah. We're going to talk about this disaster relief funding today. Wow. Let me say this, that what we're going to tell you today, this is not a drill. This is really happening. They are really cutting checks for small businesses. And basically, you just have to have your package right. All right. Okay. Yeah. Make sure my people's in here. Randall Vaughn, you out there? Randall Vaughn. Oh, I see you. Classic In-Town is in the building. Yep. That's my man right there. Classic In-Town is in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so we'll make sure my people's in here. Okay, let's get this thing started. It's 8 after the hour. I like to be timely and all that stuff. Let's get this thing started. What we're gonna do today is talk about the disaster relief funding coming out of the SBA, President Trump, who I would say does not reflect my interests or my people's interests, but he does reflect business interests. Okay. He gonna make sure the business got loot, right? Now, I'm thinking if it was a Democratic thing that the Democrats would make sure all the people got loot and they could take the money to the business. This is up for discussion or whatever, but I'm just saying. But today, this is not a drill. They cutting checks for businesses, okay? We're gonna start by, I'm gonna share my screen and describe what's going on here, what we do, all right? I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna show you some stuff, okay? Where's that share your screen button? There it is. Okay. Yes, independent contractors, yes. Stay tuned, independent contractors. I see you, Matt. Yes. Independent contractors. Yes, indeed. We got you. No doubt about it. Okay, so now you should see my desktop. And I'm going to my website. Okay. Red alert, baby. Red alert out here. It's a red alert. Okay, so go to the website, businesscreditbuilder.us, and there's a button at the top that says coronavirus. And I noticed that when I'm streaming, that my web interaction is clearly slow as hell. So y'all bear with me. I'm probably gonna have to do this a different way because this thing is looking like it's going slow. So as this comes up, I'm interacting plan B. You always gotta have plan B set up, right? Ready to roll, baby. You see how that thing is going slow? Golly. Okay, but basically, I'm doing this off my cell phone now. And I'm gonna quit to share the screen for now because that thing is tripping. Ooh, now it wanted to come in there. But anyway, the website is businesscreditbuilder.us. Go to that website, you click on the coronavirus icon, and you'll come to my disaster relief page. On this page, it says, help is on the way, disaster relief funding for small business, special announcement. Okay, so this is a new program at my company, disaster relief program, all right? The purpose of our disaster relief counseling program is to provide assistance in the completion of applications and preparation of documents to secure your SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loan. It's the EIDL. We help you procure the proper documentation and financial information to build a strong package to guarantee securing capital. If you are experiencing economic injury due to the rapid onset of COVID-19, our disaster relief consulting program will work with you as you apply for disaster loans. Now, I understand some people already have applied, so you're gonna just get information. We can't help you. You already applied. But if you go through our system, we might be able to help you. If you get denied, we can still help you. Okay. We understand that there are businesses in need of support, and the disaster loan program has the authority to distribute loans of up to $2 million for businesses in affected industries. To be eligible for a disaster loan, businesses need to prove that they have experienced a decrease in sales and cash flow for a certain period of time. Okay, so basically, if you're a legitimate business and you can show that your business has suffered because of the virus, we can put together a package that can get you approved. Now, I want to say this. My staff that provides this service is officially qualified to do this. They're above qualified. They are actually professionals at disaster relief payments, all right? They are professionals at disaster relief at the SBA, okay? So if you have a application in, if you get denied or don't qualify, then you could come to us and we can get that qualified. If we submit your application, you will get approved. If you don't submit, if we don't submit your application, I'm just saying. Okay. Let me give you some updates to this program. My person ain't come in here yet. I might have to call them and see what's what. But anyway, Here goes some updates. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna read something else. Okay, this is information, and I plan to put it up on the screen, but that thing ain't working out so cool, right? But what I'm looking at, see, I get notifications from the SBA, inside communications, right? Because we're like right there, okay? We know what's going on with this stuff, right? So this is updated information that was sent out. You know what? I'm just gonna give you an outline of updated situations. That's what I'm gonna do right now. All right. You see, I'm freestyling this. All right. But I think the best way to do this is for me to give you what I know as far as an outline of the status today. The status today is that they're actually processing. They have different programs for different businesses, right? There's a program called the Educational Disaster Injury Loan, right? This loan you get if you can prove that you have been suffered because of the virus. The minimum amount they will loan you for this is $200,000. If you qualify for that loan, you can get $10,000 advance before they actually cut your loan check, because they understand that it's going to take them a little bit while to actually cut these checks. The reason why is because, okay, I got that message, Dana. The reason why it's going to take them a while to cut these checks is because the first system that they had set up like 2 weeks ago was supposed to be, right? Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you, Dana, on that message. I got you. Okay, so the reason why it took a while is they realized it's going to take a while. That first plan that they had set up, they had it set up for it to be automatic, right? You automatically submit your documents and nice little system, right? But that system got hacked. So they went to plan B. Plan B is everybody manually submit their applications. So they knew it's going to take a while to actually cut these checks, which I think that's the situation where you have to actually download the application. You complete the application with blue ink. This is required, and you upload. All right. So that first week of applications, all those applications is actually just trashed because they were corrupted. All right. This is inside info I'm telling you. Okay. So now they got two different programs that I can tell you about right now off the top of my head. And I'm gonna have my buddy Dwight. He's gonna come on in a little while and answer questions where you get to open up your mics and answer questions one at a time. Okay. And Dwight is highly qualified to do this, okay? But let me tell you some just basic info, right? So the EIDL, or whatever it is, right? The minimum amount they loan you is $200,000. The most they loan you is $2 million. I can tell you that it's credit based, but they lowered the credit requirements dramatically, okay, making this very easy. And they lowered other things to make this very easy to qualify for these, okay? And even if you have all this, there's some pieces of this application process that you can stumble over. It takes a while to do the application. Our company, we help you every step of the way, okay? We know how to put this package together. We know how to get approved. Now, there are people that know how to send in docs, We know that we have people that know how to process their applications, but we know how to get you approved. Okay? Okay, so there's another program that came out, they call the PPP. Okay? I thought it was something different at first, I ain't gonna lie. But the PPP, this is for payroll, all right? The payroll protection plan, I think they call it. Anyway, this is for businesses that, and they got more money for this. There's more money involved with this. And this is for businesses that have a payroll to take care of. And if you approve for the PPP and they give you money, it'll be based on what your payroll needs are. And they have requirements as far as how that money is supposed to be used. A certain portion of this money is to be used for payroll. And then there's a stipulation with Dwight to be able to talk more about, I'm pretty sure, that they will forgive the portion of the loan that is used for payroll. So the whole deal about this money, they're making it very easy for businesses to get, so that the employees that are not working now can continue to get their check sitting at home until this all goes away. And we all know it's a bad situation. It's a bad situation out there right now. So, and I think they're getting ready to shut the whole spot down. But that's a whole nother conversation. All right, but okay, the PPP and the EIDL. There's a $10,000 advance attached to this stuff. So if you get approved for any of these programs, they're going to give you $10,000 advance. Also, I found out, this is new information, that they are doing quick approvals right now, that they are giving out. All right, so they get you a quick approval. That means they're going to cut you a check for $15,000 real quick. All right. And then they're going to cut you that $10,000 advance real quick. And then about 2 months later, that's when they give you they cut the check for the complete loan, I believe. Okay, I believe that's what it is. Dwight's gonna have some more details on that, because this thing is changing so much. I can't even read all the stuff that's coming to me. I can't keep up with the changes and all the information. I got a lot of information. And if y'all staying up on my blog and on my email list, you're getting some of that information, all right? Some really good info. businesscreditbuilder.us. So without further ado, we're gonna bring on Dwight, and we're gonna open up for questions. If you want to ask a question on the mic, you raise your hand. You can also ask questions in the Zoom group chat. I see that question about the startup business, right? We're gonna let Dwight deal with that. But Dwight's gonna come on. I see he has logged in under the company name.
I have.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, the young man that is on the mic now, his name is Dwight, and he is a very qualified, and I'm saying this lightly, he's more qualified than I'm telling you about, okay? But he is highly qualified to tell you about disaster relief payments and the processing and getting approved. Not just processing, we get you approved. Dwight, introduce yourself, sir.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me, Noel. My name is Dwight Williams. I'm a senior member at Ikilikua Consulting, and we specialize in disaster relief. What we do is we offer a service to aid you all in this process, like Noel had mentioned. But yeah, I'm also here to answer any questions as well too. So if you all want to jump straight into that piece, we definitely can. Does that sound like a good idea to you, Noel?
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Okay, all right, cool. So real quick,
Oh, hold
is
on
that
one
is that
second.
Miss
One second.
Hayes?
Just
Yes.
let's give a brief overview of what's happening, and then we go into the
Okay.
question.
Okay, that works. Okay, all right. So I'll give you all a brief overview as to what we do and just even like the climate of everything right now. Um, so what we do is we offer assistance in um, completing the application for the EIDL and the Triple P loan as well too, as you all know are different. Okay, so the SBA offers disaster assistance loan, which is the EIDL, and what they normally offer are the 7A loans. Okay, our company will help you in the process of choosing which way to go and to facilitate all that necessary paperwork as well too, to package the loan of either application, the EIDL or the 7A loans. The 7A is like the Triple P you all have been hearing about, those bridge loans, et cetera, right? And a lot of the other loans under the SBA's 7A classification as well too, okay? In either process, your loan money will not be distributed to you no quicker than you can really complete the paperwork working with us, okay? And you all have heard a lot about the changes, right? So if I can just, talk about that for a second as well too. There was an old version of disaster relief that was used prior to, the situation really getting to the extent that it is now. And yes, they were compromised. So all that stuff got thrown out. And the government has been working on a brand new system, right? And as you all know, when the government tries to do things very fast, there are all types of holes that comes with this as well too, right? So there's you don't have to have anxiety about it. You don't have to be feel uncertain about it, because we're here to handhold you all the way through inside of this. Okay, um, and you have to also keep in mind that this hasn't really happened before, especially at this type of volume. So I know that all of us really want to be able to get to our aid and our relief, especially in a time like this. And so that's what we're here to help you to do. At least everything that is inside of our control, right? Streamlined for you, okay? So you can allow us to help curate this process with you, okay? Um, there are two different ones. You have the EIDL. EIDL is really for people who are 2 million and under, okay? The Triple P one that you all have been hearing about is about from 7 to 10 million, okay? And there are differences between the two besides just the amount as well, all right? The EIDL, that up to 2 million piece, it's gonna be vastly easier to get right now. They're purposely doing that. That comes straight through the SBA, okay? SBA straight to the marketplace, okay? The Triple P one, definitely more stringent to get. There's still businesses out there that qualify for it, and for them it may make more sense to still do. But that 7 to 10 is definitely like that's a loan, okay? So we're gonna help you all decide like the difference between the two, or what works best for your situation specifically, okay? I know we talked about this 10K piece. And just like Noel said, they've been changing a lot of this, and even that 10K piece is so new, and the government goes from one decision to another. So prior to today, my understanding was that it would be structured like a grant. Apparently, that's not quite the case anymore. So let's use an example as far as how that goes. Let's say that they give you that 10K advance and you are still qualified for $200,000, right? And you choose to accept that as well too, the 200K, right? You'll just get the 10K earlier on, right? You will still get 190 at some point in the process, but you will owe the SBA for 200K. Now, there are opportunities for loan forgiveness, because remember, these are lenders at the end of the day as well too. If there is any loan forgiveness, they will have you jump through hoops. It is based on things like payroll and such, like Noel mentioned. But what I'm understanding as of the latest is, as of now, they're only going to forgive up to 10K, which kind of gives it that grant-like structure that we talked about, but it's still not the same thing. Okay. So yeah, so that is pretty much just an overview. A lot of stuff is changing. We're doing our very best to stay on top of things as they develop. And everyone who works with us is kept in touch with real time as far as where they are inside of this application, and also better expectations as well too. Because of our experts and just the familiarity with all this type of stuff goes, um, we kind of understand the timeline on this. Not perfect, but a lot better than you're going to hear out there in the market, especially from bankers. You know, bankers are people who just package your application and that's it, and that's all they really know how to do. And going through them is they're going to charge you, you know, much more. What I think they charge maybe 8 points or something like that right now for every approved application. So yeah, so that's going on the banking side. So, but we kind of know like it's not going to take 3 to 5 days for you to get your money, right? So imagine expecting that the entire time and not being told that up front that that's not the case. So as far as like more realistic ideas of when you can do this and how you can communicate that with everyone who you have their best interests into, right? People who work with you, family members, all of that good stuff. That's going to be a lot better, even for everyone's mental in a time like this as well, too, on top of just the fact that there's money coming, right? So we're here to do all of that. And we, you know, we take our work very seriously over here, and we're here to help you all. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into some of these questions now. Okay.
Hello,
So
can you?
yes.
Hi, Dwight. This is Miss Hayes. I just applied for the EIDL yesterday, and I heard Noel say that we have to actually do the paper application. Is that correct?
Paper application. It really depends on how far along in the process you are. That could be a part of it, even inside of their new streamlined process. No one has been pushed really all the way through like that yet. I've heard that some people inside of Utah have gotten some of the release from the Triple P over the weekend, but the vast majority of every day, that could be a possibility because the streamline piece isn't 100% everything. And there's some things on the other side of that. So that could very likely be a part of it.
Okay. And what is the interest rate for the 190,000 since the 10,000 advance is considered as a grant? What is the interest rate and how many years do you have to pay the 190,000 back?
It's going to be 3.75. They do base some of the terms on credit as well too, but I've heard 3.75. But they're going to spread it out for even 30 years to make the payments nice and low for everybody.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so the 15,000 on top of the 10,000, is that 15,000 considered as a grant too, or that's part of the loan amount?
What 15,000 are you referencing?
Noel said you get $10,000 advance and then 15,000 additional loan advance, or did I mishear him?
Yeah, that was
Noel?
something, Dwight. That was something I read recently that they were distributing $15,000 and the $10,000 advances. Can you explain that?
I haven't heard too much information about it. And I know that there's a lot of things like that happening. I'm not sure. I'd even have to talk to one of my experts as far as the 15, but I'm up to date on the 10. Okay.
You didn't see the, I got something that said that discussed that 10, that 15.
Yeah, for sure.
Alma Adams said it yesterday as well on her webinar.
Okay, well, that's good. But as of right now, what we have done is, as far as qualifying people for whatever the government ends up doing, and you all see how this is just being added on, changed in real time, right? Making you the most attractive as possible. Like the end result, you know, it's all constantly being up to date, but the stipulations that they look at as far as how you get qualified for it is going to be exactly the same.
This came out too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Noel, to address your statement, you said that the system was hacked. So if we apply online have they resolved the hacking of the online applications?
They have.
Yeah. Mhm.
They have.
Okay, when was that resolved? Because I just applied yesterday.
Right. So it was resolved prior to you applying. So what you did was the new streamline process. You know
Okay.
how it pretty much just asks you for your business information,
Yes.
your personal information if there's additional owners. You know, if your business is owned by another entity, and that was pretty much it, like some legal questions as well too.
Mm.
That's the new and improved one. You should have received a confirmation number starting with the number 3, I
I
believe,
did.
right? Yes,
I
yes.
did.
So that's what you want. So that means you are definitely like in there. You are good to go. There's nothing more needed of you at this time.
Okay.
So you're good. Okay.
Okay. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So,
Hi, so this is Tracy. Can you hear me?
Yes, Tracy. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well and yourself.
Hey, I'm
So
doing
I
great.
applied on April 2nd for the SBA, the initial $10,000. So should I reapply? Because I applied on the 2nd, April 2nd.
Do you have a confirmation number?
Yes, I did. I got one.
Does yours start with a 3 as well?
I don't remember. So let me see.
Okay, well, cool. Yeah, take your time and see if you can find that. But if you do see it, that's a good thing. That means nothing more is needed of you at this time. Yesterday, they were supposed to release the first batch of emails as far as where you are in the application process, not if you're approved or denied or anything like that, just where they are. And to my knowledge, I don't think that really has happened even just yet. So we're still kind of all in the same boat together right now. But if your confirmation number starts with a 3, you did the right application. You're fine. You're good to go for right now.
Okay.
All right, great. Real quick, hey Matt, I heard you back there, and I know you have a question.
yeah, go ahead. No
I
worries.
did want to get to. I think Jacqueline's was put into the chat a while ago, so I just want to give her some attention. Jacqueline, are you still on the line?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right. Good. So I see your question here. It's what is the best approach or program for businesses that have been open for under 1 year? Also, being so new, what if I just need capital to start back up again? If you can't prove actual loss because you're already at a loss being a new business,
Right.
what are your options? Are you automatically declined? No, I don't. In my personal opinion, I don't think you're going to be automatically declined. I think just because I think being able to prove loss is going to be important, but I don't think profitability in your spending is as big of a deal. Now, of course, different industries and being able to prove loss of revenue is weighed heavily, but that doesn't mean you're going to be automatically declined. The SBA is very well aware that, most businesses run negative for a while.
Right.
And, it's definitely not your fault that you're in this situation. Just like businesses who've been around for forever are in the same situation as well, too. Huge ones, So you're not going to be automatically declined or anything like that. Of course, being able to prove loss of revenue is going to be important, right?
Mhm.
But you're still spending money, and that's what they're covering. That's what this should be covering is your expenses. Plus your credit just kind of shows your likelihood of paying it back.
Okay. So I have another question, kind of a follow-up question to that.
Sure.
I've already submitted the application, and I just looked at mine. It does start with a 3.
That's good.
For the emergency one, I
Mhm.
think I'm understanding everything. All the information that's being thrown at us right now is a lot to just compartmentalize and like digest. But I
Right.
think I'm following all the different programs. But the one that I did sign up for does start with a 3, and that was the EIDL, the EI.
EIDL. Yeah, that's a disaster one.
That was for that. So my question is, there seems to be, I just received something. I'm in New York. So I just received something from New York Small Business Services, just like an automated email to my business email,
Mhm.
providing information about all this and giving us different links to apply for the SBA loans.
Mhm.
Is what you guys offer, are your services different than, I'm just trying to like understand, are they different, or do you guys just like streamline the process? Is it like basically like as if I were to pay my accountant to do my taxes versus sitting there and doing everything on my own? Is that the service that you guys are providing for what's going on right now, to just kind of apply and cipher through all of this information and give us the best chance of being approved? Is that what I'm understanding?
It's that and more.
Okay.
It's that and more. So inside of the application process, we aid you inside of that, and you can definitely do it on your own as well too. And that's something that we tell people. But there are people and businesses out there who really can't, right? So we're here to help them from a multitude of perspectives.
Mhm.
Knowing what exactly information that you even have in and the status of everything, right?
Mhm.
So it's just where you are in the process, what's needed of your process, the likelihood of you of making your application as attractive as possible, all
Mhm.
the way down to the nuts and bolts of things. So we do a lot of hand holding.
Mhm.
We're not necessarily overly communicative and in your face with it,
Mhm.
but where we know exactly where you are on the process, and outside of the things that literally nobody knows, right? Which is specific timing of things. If they're going to do the $15,000 or the $10,000, right? And even the government making up their mind.
Mhm.
We pretty much know exactly what you need to make you as attractive as possible, and to maintain your expectations on even down to the timing as well. 3 to 5 days is not true. There's no way it's going to happen in 3 to 5 days, and it says that on the site.
Yeah,
I
that.
don't know. I don't know why it says that. There's
Yeah.
no way.
It,
So, I would tell all of our clients, even right now, you're really talking 2 to 3 weeks at best right now, at best, so all the way down from your packaging to even really how this process really works, because you could ask the people at the bank as well too. But at the end of the day, all they really do is just know how to create a package for your application. They don't understand how the SBA really works like that. All they are really just lenders. And so we come with another layer of just expertise in disaster specifically. We don't even really do work like this too often. So when we do get into it, it is highly specialized as far as how the SBA is, their personality, all the tempers that come with it
mhm.
in the midst of this pandemic on top of it. So if you don't want to be by yourself, we're a great option.
Okay. And if I've already submitted the idle one, which I have,
Yes.
and have made a mistake, and then I obtain you guys, is it too late because I've already submitted the information, or is there a way to add more or tweak once? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. So really great question. That's another thing that we help our clientele with as well too, are those type of errors that could definitely decline your application. From my understanding right now, you get 2 strikes before you are just out of the ball game.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
Uh-huh.
that's my understanding right now. Now, will that be
You
the
mean
case
like you
for,
can appeal it, or you can just like resubmit?
you can resubmit, and
Okay.
after 2 times, that's pretty much it.
Okay, got it.
That's pretty much it.
Awesome. And that's okay. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so hi, this is Tracy again.
Hey, Tracy.
So how will you know? Okay, like I haven't received any emails or anything. I haven't really
Mm-hmm.
um outside of, I haven't even done anything with the bank or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I might have missed. How do you know if it's been accepted? I do have my confirmation. It does start with the number 3. So how
Mm-hmm.
will you know if there's anything else that they actually need? Because
Okay.
I didn't do it through the bank. I did it through, the SBA link.
Through the online
And
portal.
mm-hmm.
Right. So check your inbox vigilantly. Check your spam and your bulk and all that good stuff. Make sure that it's not going to be in there. As of right now, nobody has gotten an email back. It was supposed to happen at some point yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone has gotten a hit back at all.
Mhm.
So I think you're in the same boat as everyone else right now. But just be aware, and it is going to come in the format of an email. So it's not going to be a phone call. It's not going to be anything else. It's going to be the email address that you use for your personal
Correct.
information.
Mhm.
And just keep an eye out for it. That's really all we have right now. As far as
And
where
it's just
people
that,
are,
is it
they
gonna
are.
say is it gonna say SBA or is it gonna say Treasury? It
Really great question. So right now, the SBA is doing a lot of due diligence as far as
Mhm.
building that piece of their system out, being
Mhm.
able to tell people where they are, but it's not done yet, and that's all that we
Okay.
know. But they are actually working on something for that purpose, but it's not.
And I asked that
Yeah.
because you said what your company helps us with. So I'm like,
Hmm.
how am I gonna know what I need help with? So okay.
Right. Well, there's a lot of different. There are different aspects that different
Mhm.
people need help with for different reasons,
Mhm.
from gathering the paperwork together to if there's additional documentation, because keep in mind the streamline process is not the entire process. This is just the first part to get people in the door, and if they can get them a 10K advance on a loan, they will. That's it. So there's still going to be more. I expect more, personally.
Right.
So
Right.
it's that part. This is the beginning of the storm. You still have 30,000 businesses that went into this process just before they cut it off over the weekend type stuff, So
Okay.
it's a
So
lot of clog.
okay. So last question, and I probably missed this as well. Is it something that they, in the beginning, I was told that they would just um, distribute those funds, and then if they once they vetted your application, then they would determine whether it's a grant or a loan. Like if you didn't have everything that they asked you for, or if you could not, in your due diligence part, bring, submit everything that was sequestered by your business, that it would then turn into a loan instead of a grant. And I'm just speaking from, because my business is really small. It doesn't apply. I don't have any employees right now.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I didn't even do the triple P. So,
Right. Yeah.
um, so what do you know about that? Is that something where they're just going to send those funds out for you to continue with your business, and then once you're vetted, determine then if it's a grant or a loan?
Hmm. Okay.
Or did I ask it right?
I think I understand your question. You're essentially asking, once they receive your application, will they go ahead and give you that 10K and then figure out everything on the other side of that? Is that what I'm
Correct.
hearing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Um, so the way that I understand that it works is they're going to go through whatever their stipulations are, at this
Mhm.
point, and it's going to be a lot less than it is traditionally. We
Mhm.
typically deal with the traditional stipulations they put on people. All that's been relaxed in a lot of different ways, which is good. Um, they they're going to get there. They're going to look at your information, all based on that. They're going to give you the 10K advance. What I believe is going to be is they're still going to be processing you, and if it's looking good, they're going to give that 10K advance first, just so they can get it to people quickly, and then on the other side say, okay, like you qualify for this much, like this is your
Mhm.
maximum. So I think as long as you make that 10K mark, maybe there is one, that
Mhm.
they're using for this. Let's say you're only obligated for 15,000, right? I
Mhm.
think they would still offer you the 10 first, and then say, well, you still qualify for 5 more. And I advise everybody to accept the max that they are
Mhm.
qualified for right now, because you don't want to
Correct.
you don't want to come back through this thing a second time, right? And
Right.
all you have to do is just not spend what you don't need. You can always
Right.
give it
Right.
back to them, even if it is a loan,
Okay.
even if it is. So I hope that was helpful.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. Hey, you all. So I got a couple minutes left. I know Matt had a question, and I know Classic in Town did too. So I'm gonna do my best with the time that we have left. Hey, Matt, are
Well,
you there?
yeah, I can be quick. I am an independent contractor. I don't have like a business name or anything. I work in commercial fisheries and I
Okay.
provide services to the fishermen.
Mhm.
And I was just wondering how I could fill out the EIDL application in my position.
Okay, are you a sole proprietor?
I am, yeah.
Okay, all right, great. So once again, we do help people if they need the assistance inside of this, but you can definitely do it yourself, okay? So if you type in COVID-19, what is the link? If you just type in COVID-19 SBA into Google, it should come up. And that's gonna be your starting point, okay? And after you finish inputting all of your business information in, if you have a confirmation that's from a 3, you are in great standing.
Okay, so I'm looking at this right now, and it's like the required fields are like a business legal name, which I don't have. It's just me, you know. I get contracts from
Right.
companies to do these services.
Right, right. I understand. Uh, for you, and you don't have a name, I believe you would use your actual name. But don't quote me on that. That would be, I would even have to talk to our experts that we have just to make sure in your specific situation as well. But I feel like it would just be your name as a sole proprietor, but I would check. I would
Okay.
check. But yeah, follow up with Noel after this, man. Because even with you being a sole proprietor, your situation is very different, even when it comes paperwork wise. And, you know, we can put, you know, all of that to rest with you working with us. So keep it in mind.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. So the answer to that was when you come into our system, we are going to make sure that we get the right answers for you and streamline your situation. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do classic in-town question, and I think he's running out of time. So then I'll tell y'all what y'all need to do.
Yeah. So Classic in Town, are you on the line?
I don't know if his mic is working, but he got the question in the.
Okay. Okay. All right, cool. Well, just to put it out there, kind of like what you heard me telling Tracy, as of right now, no one knows the status of any application. Literally no one knows. The SBA is working on a tool that will aid in that. And they're doing a lot of due diligence on it like right now, trying to get that rolled out, but it's not done. So as far as where people are in their application, the status is unknown, but you are in a great situation if you have a confirmation from doing the online application and your receipt confirmation starts with the number 3. Okay, that means that you've done the latest version because this has switched up a couple times, more times than we would like to even talk about in the last couple of weeks. Okay, so at least you'll know you're in the right place, even if you don't know where things are headed just yet. Okay. All right, great. All right, well, thank you for having me, Noel.
Okay. Let me see. So the people that already applied, the number, right?
All
Dwight,
right. Yes.
the people that already applied, we can't do anything for them right now, right?
The people who have already applied, not necessarily at this moment. They're going to hear information back, right? And so that can happen any day now. And this is not the end of your application process. I'm pretty certain. So there's going to be more information needed. This was for them to just get the ball rolling because of this volume right now. So that's where we are.
Okay. So cool. So in the future, you might get information that you might decide that we can help you streamline the situation.
Exactly. So the toughest part of this process is yet to come.
Okay. And our staff, I just wanted to let you know that our staff is ready to handle the toughest part of this process for
Exactly.
you. Okay. So thanks for coming on, Dwight, man. I appreciate you. You confirmed the validity of this. This is not a drill, people. This is disaster.
Right.
This is the disaster in the middle. You know, things are happening so fast that I can't get correct information. They're changing information. There's a lot of rumors going around. One thing is that when you're in our system, is we're gonna make sure that your situation is done properly and all the feedback that's needed is done quickly, and you have somebody that knows what's happening and resolving these situations as they occur on your behalf. So in order to do that, you schedule a consult with me by going to businesscreditbuilder.us businesscredit.builder.com/consult. I'm gonna put it in the chat. businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. I think I typed that correctly. Yeah, so that's the address right there. And the consult, what that does is, one, I take in your information. I make sure that you're qualified to do this so that when I send you to my team, we're just not wasting time. I let you know the things that that you need to know in going into the process. You'll have me as a contact all the time to deal with your claims and all the information that you get back. And we're gonna make sure that you get approved. Like I said, if we submit it, it's gonna get approved, and we're gonna deal with all the problems that comes up in there on your behalf, and make sure that you have somebody that knows what's happening. Now, knows what's happening on a day-to-day basis, on an hour-to-hour basis, that's getting updates as this thing changes. As you see, they still got processes they're making up to be able to handle the workload that they already have. Okay, and that'll probably change. But whatever happens, we're gonna be right up on it because we're right in there. Oops. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. I thank y'all for coming on. Schedule a consult. I'll be able to answer some more questions in there as I get them, because every day I get information, all right? And I might have your answer on one of these documents, all right? But I thank y'all for coming. Next week, we're gonna do another one, and something will be different in next week, okay? And you might have new questions to ask Dwight, all right? Thank y'all for coming. Y'all have a good time. And business credit for life. What up? Hot. All right. Thank y'all. If anybody got any questions about business credit, we can open up that. Or if you have any more questions, I might be able to answer. If y'all still got, if there's something I could do for y'all, what up? All right, Matt, I got you. Cool. I hope this was good for people. I hope this interaction was good. Got some information for y'all. I might just stay on a minute just to see. Yeah. All right. In town, classic in town. In case y'all need to get your hair done, y'all are downtown. When we get back outside, check out my man Classic in town. We're gonna get him this loan and get him back on deck. Yeah, this is how we do it, yo. This is not a drill. It's going down, and we in the middle of it. Let's get it. If anybody need a website, hit me up. Schedule a consult if you need a website. If you need business credit for your business, schedule a consult. We get it done. If you need your business set up properly, taxes done, websites, make sure your business is set up properly though. All right. All right, we're gonna end the stream. It's 6 o'clock. Dinner time out here. Yeah. Thank you everybody for coming. Y'all have a good night. See y'all next week. We do it all again. New info. All right, thank y'all.